Yeah! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast tonight. We have got you a fantastic game for our start of the ESEA Season 29 Invite Division. I'm one of your two hosts for this event tonight on Team Fortress TV. Thanks for joining us. I am eXtine, and I'm joined by Ro. How you doing, Ro?
I'm feeling groovy, and we've got Looster, the camera guy, rocking us into this production scenario. We got to talk about the teams real quick.
For
Next time.
sure. Yeah,
No pregame talk. We're going straight into the teams, and then we're starting next mid.
I was gonna shout out like our caster organizer console for getting
yes,
all of us together. It's gonna be a great season of TF2. But you're right. We gotta talk about who we have with us tonight, and it's FROYOBLACK and Faint Gaming. Yes, FROYOBLACK.
Yes, the faded, hidden, dark shadow, that you see in those anime tropes where it's my evil side. It's the Froyotech that Shade is heading.
Yes,
of course. And he's got on his team Corsa, the return on Scout with Podonsky on demo, Yomps, as well as Marmalou, and the last player, Garbuglio, purple shirt. Soldiers being Marmalou and purple shirt. Garbuglio, excuse me.
Yeah. And Faint Gaming has got a pretty solid roster as well. They've had to do some shaking in the preseason, though. I know I had seen that Zayler and Bear joined them. It looks like they also did a little bit of other shaking up, bringing on Phelps and Yite. Is that right?
That sounds like words.
Words. Words, thankfully. The teamfortress.tv preview article written by Boxcar, helping get everybody up to speed. And I'm excited to see this because there's a lot of old school players, but a lot of players that have just been crawling their way up. FROYOBLACK with Podonsky, Shade definitely represent this old school generation of people that's just been grinding out games. At the same time that those players have been on top of the TF2 mountain, there's been people staring at them from below, just licking their lips, that are just like, ooh, I can't wait to sink some meat shots into you. And certainly Sandblast and Phelps are some of those players. Bear, at attended I think the last two Rewind lands. He's been traveling internationally for sure, trying to just sink in TF2. And focus his energies and become the strong bear that we know he is.
Yeah, big cuddly bear too. He's a nice guy.
Right. So Faint with Bear on Medic, Zayler on Demo Man, Deathy stepping back into things on Soldier. Going to be paired up with Yite, and then their scouts for tonight are going to be Sandblast and Phelps. I'm excited to see what Sandblast does. Yomps and Corsa, though, are definitely a deadly scout combo. Considering that we're here on Sunshine as well, I'm also excited to see what sort of off-class shenanigans we'll see tonight. Probably will see some sniper. Maybe a touch of spy is likely. It's just kind of that awesome of a map that we might see some wackiness there. Who knows, Ro? Who knows?
Yeah, one of the things I like to say about Sunshine, and I once got called an idiot for it, is it's basically a reskin process. It basically functions the same way between the mid, the way you access the second point, the openness of the last point. All of it is very, very similar to process in a lot of respects. So yeah, it's going to be about pushing into that last point. There are a lot of options, but with the off classes available, heavies and engineers hiding behind walls, snipers using teleporters as boosters to look over the top of those crates. All these different things are going to definitely call for some counter off-classing, like you said, sniper, spy, all the good stuff.
And sort of tied into this subject, we do have a new whitelist. ESEA actually stepping away from the global whitelist and being more progressive. So we'll be interesting to see what might happen there. If we have any sort of wackiness, probably not. TF2 is kind of just the meta of what people are using, as well as kind of the risks that people choose to take or not choose to take. It's kind of a little evolving. It's the beginning of the season. I don't know. Is there any item I'm not aware of, Ro, that you think might come out tonight? That's kind of a new thing for us.
From what I recall on Try's follow-up post, is Rescue Ranger staying banned. That would have been one of the weirder ones that stayed in. But I don't remember if anything got changed before this week started. I wasn't keeping up with it,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Go ahead.
it's
Sorry.
that cow mangler potential. We know
Oh,
they might go with the gentleman's honor kind of thing, but we'll only find out right now as we're already seeing Kritzkrieg into the play coming out from FROYOBLACK, and I don't see any cow manglers.
yeah. You got to play to win, though. You know, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Of course, though, the cow mangler does have the downside of not doing as much damage against buildings. So, you know, more engineer coming out. Anyways, clearly the counter. Anyways, Budonsky, Demoman legend that he is speedy to mid. Beats Zaylor out there and has superior health as he's taken some. And right now, Shade, they're going to rotate over to their Tetris on the right-hand side. Very slow-moving fight right now. Double bombs coming in, though, from both the soldiers. Marmelo kind of getting shoved back. Garbuglio was decently healthy still. Try to follow up the bomb. Yeah, it ends up pushing in. Oh, does get the kill on Shade. And Feint cleaning up now. What'd you see there, bro?
I actually saw an early rocket coming out from FROYOBLACK as they were rotating around, trying to take down Bear. He did take a fat rocket, and Marmelo gonna get cleaned up here. Yomps still in the fray. He was able to clean up Mr. Bear. Excuse me, Yomps. I'm losing my sense of direction here. He killed Baradactyl. And he's managed to scare off Deathy and the rest of the Feint crew, and now he's capping this point while Shade is running to choke with no one with him, just no fear.
Yeah, that was an up and down mid fight, and it is still ongoing as Shade and Yomps here. Yomps tiptoeing on the point, trying to finalize the capture, but we do have players from Feint contesting it. Yite on the ground there. Yomps jumping in as well. Got good damage on Baradactyl, who's going to back up a little bit. Yite is in there, so is Deathy. Both of them down. There goes Sound Blast as well. So it looks like FROYOBLACK are going to be able to take this midpoint.
Yeah, one of the key things there was Yomps immediately went into the choke and dunked 120 damage into Bear, so he had to retreat there. So now FROYOBLACK continuing this aggression, having so much ground because of the frags they cleaned up while Feint was retreating with their combo. FROYOBLACK are going to take control of this lighthouse and start working in from lower. They've swapped back to the Medigun. Shade not going to attempt any more Fate. Uber's not necessarily a factor here because Shade doesn't have it yet, and they're the ones on the directive to push here.
Looks like they want to try to get in here from the top right. Just about to get the Uber charge here. We'll see if they just charge forward with scouts. Kind of looks like that's what they're priming. But also, of course, plenty of options here.
There it is. Garbuglio immediately jumps in there with a little bit of a pogo, taking a little bit of the geometry of the right side to get in there. Immediately gets the force off on Baradactyl. Yite coming in, trying to get some damage onto Budonsky. Gonna get saved by Marmelo here. And now Deathy's on the retreat here, gonna be backing up with the rest of the crew. FROYOBLACK are looking for a clean push here. Are they gonna wait for their numbers or are they gonna push?
Yeah, looks like we can probably get it started here. Yomps coming back into the scene. He had gone down as well. We're going to get buffed up. Ubercharge does come out. Start with the scout flashing the Demoman as well. Good pressure on the point. Looks like Yomps going to get this season started off on the right foot. Taylor only able to pick up one kill there in that defense.
I say this frequently when we watch Process. The secret to winning the last point is to cap it. And as plain as that sounds, putting the pressure on there, getting the cap time on there can sometimes just instantly cap it before getting any frags, and that's exactly what we saw there.
Budonsky again, good rollout. Marmelo coming in with a nice bomb and not really taking too much damage for it, so he's able to back up. Here comes the follow-up bomb, and Garbuglio, I don't know, not able to get too much damage. Yomps has gone down early. It's trade for Zaylor, though. Yite going down. Pressure from up top. That's Deathy bouncing around. Going to be able to... Nope. Actually gets killed before picking up the pack in Valley. Bear weak with 80% health. Or sorry, 80% charge and half health. Yeah, Happy Cool has picked up a kill on Corsa. The tower being controlled though by Garbuglio, who gets that kill. He's waiting for an arrow as well. So now back up to half health. Ubercharge coming in. Scout getting bounced around. Needs to get a kill here though. Oh, the charge comes out for Shade. That was unfortunate.
Not going to be able to make that escape, though. Garbuglio taking name. Shade also grabbing a name on his kill feed. Taking that Sand Blast with the arrow right through the cafe. Garbuglio pressuring that choke a little bit, but Feint Gaming are going to be poised for some kind of play here. They need to make something happen here. A crucial frag, namely Shade. from a hiding soldier, a trap of sorts. We do see good aggression from Marm, going to clean out pretty much all of this area for his team to come in. And that's going to be securing them that second row, that second point.
Able to do that push without Podonsky as well, so he's just now getting back into formation with his team. We'll see what Feint can set up for a defense here. They do have an engineer, but the gun just going to get to level 2 here. Push should be in here soon. Good advantage on the Ubercharge as well. Oh, he just switched off it, huh? No faith in it.
Down, so he swapped out really quickly. And Deathy actually doing a very good job of peaking the right amount to mess up Corsa as they start making their way in through. The Uber is immediately going straight to the point here. Yomps not getting any time though. He's going to be getting a first frag on the Yite. A lot of players rolling in. Sandblast on the Hootis, throwing in some extra deeps. And Campy, aka Zayler, going to be cleaning up some frags here, left and right. And now Feint Gaming, Uber advantage to work with. Losing Deathy to Podonsky immediately, but still going to be pushing out here. Thankfully, no threat of back cap yet, but Marmalou is poised in Valley.
Yeah, he's going to jump over across. Nice skip jump off the wall there. And does just kind of sneak in to be able to... Oh, wow. Yeah. Ouch. Fantastic movement from Marmalou. His jump from Valley was really beautiful. Ends up on the balcony and then just slips behind right away. Bear ends up backing right into him. Yomps helping with that. Big frags. FROYOBLACK going to clean up this round. Nice and easy. 2-0.
Very, very strong there. Marmalou was the key factor right there at the end. Not obviously getting a drop. That's like brain dead easy. Obviously, that's what did it. But he came in and jumped behind, decided to take that position, and it just so happened to work out that he got a fat rocket onto one of the scouts and then just casually walked into Bear.
Wow, Garbuglio super fast on this rollout. He's gonna get a banana completely undetected. Ends up does get chewed up by Yite, so yeah, it's gonna enjoy that. Deathy launching Marmalou up in the air. Marmalou will be able to crater down on the ground with just getting one final rocket off. Medic's down though for FROYOBLACK. Shade has gotten just completely decimated in the Valley. Good combination by Yite and Happy Cool.
Solid coordination. They're taking over the second point right away. Veradactyl's going to have that Uber nice and ready. Garbuglio peeking things out here. Get a little bit of a chip shot. Not going to see any more than just saying, oh, they're all stacking point.
This is a real test of how this match can go, because TF2 could be a very fast game, but, you know, if you are quick on the turnarounds, then really, I mean, the 2-0 score only represents 2 mistakes, you know. Yeah, maybe a few mistakes piled together, but if they can get this offense going here, they can turn this entire game around.
Garbuglio doing an amazing job of soaking up all the attention to that Uber. Manages to get arrowed on his descent. Be rotating back in, and now everyone is practically alive. The Sentry was the only fatality in that exchange, and they've already lost 2, so they're going to be backing out here. And the Pyro keeping up the aggression. Yomps going to be putting up some air blasts in the face of the enemy team.
I love to see it. Yite going for a flank here. They do get the pickoff kill on Podonsky. We do have a player behind. And there is the easy capture. Happy Cool. You were prophetic when you said if you want to win the round, you got to put time on the point, and that is what they did. I mean, it was also though in their own push, you know, and they tried to flash Sandblast. I wanted to call it out. In that push, Sandblast died, and it was just like the flash was so close, but they put a lot of pressure on the time, and then that just makes that back cap even easier.
Going into this next mid, Podonsky much faster than poor Campy. Aggression immediately coming out from FROYOBLACK as Marmalou's going to get into the fray here in the Valley.
Oof,
does exchange
trade.
1-for-1 with Deathy. Very nicely done. Pressure coming out from Yomps here, trying to slow down the aggression from the rest of the Feint players. They're spread out very evenly right now. Corsa going to be taking on Yite over here in the choke. Finally takes it down after taking a fat rocket. Feint is cooped up in their Tetris, but Happy Cool is pulling out some big numbers. Sandblast immediately dumpstered by the Podonsky 2-pipe. That's what happens when you hold W.
Yeah, it was some pretty nice plays by Sandblast. I was about to call out his rotation and felt like he should have rotated differently into that fight. I kept his angle, but, you know, obviously easy for me to say as a spectator. Marmalou then ends up coming back in with the help of Podonsky. Gets the kill on Bear. It's nice and easy. And Feint's control of mid is just slipping away here. Deathy getting cleaned up from behind. They get a kill on Marmalou and Garbuglio, but yeah, Zayler now also feeding himself in, and that's not going to help them hold on to the second point here.
Shade and Corsa are rushing now through the valley. Yeah, getting some eyes on it. Gonna be back.
They're really far forward here.
Yeah, this is actually they're going to take this Uber straight in. Don't want to mess around with Uber percentages, even though they definitely have enough time to cap. They're gonna get Sandblast and start the cap on Lighthouse. Pressure on.
That was one of those.
Follows up. Shade overextends. Gets taken down.
That was one of those plays that was such a bold play, but they still just kind of hesitated just a half second there when they're standing in the lobby, and that made all the difference. Bear was right in their face, and then by the time they rounded the corner, he was halfway to spawn.
Yeah, one of the things I think could have gone differently, I agree with you, the half step is what cost them the mistake.
Yeah,
they could have opted not to do it, but right now, really good bomb from Garbuglio hiding in the staircase. Picks up there. I wanted to say that they could have just played it safe. They had the Uber numbers on their side. They could have made it happen, waited for the cap, pushed in. But instead, now they're doing this awkward thing where they lost Shade and now they're back in with just numbers, taking it down immediately on the cap. Nothing can stop this.
Yeah.
Just cap it. Lead players and then flood in.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it does tie into that sort of failed push and what you're saying, and I really feel you got to play to win, and chances like that, you know, it was the right call to go for it. They were like a half step off of it, but it would have been a fantastic play, and it's just that commitment to being like, you know what, we're going to try things that are going to make us win. And it didn't really work, but then like Feint is like, they're shook. They're shook. They're like, man, this team is just, they're in our face. They're chasing us down with these Uber charges. What do we do? Well, now that they wasted their Uber charges and they pushed into us, we better push out. And then it's like you have four FROYOBLACK players that were right behind that Uber charge, just waiting for the Uber charge. And the Uber charge failed, but now that you still have four FROYOBLACK players just waiting. And they were kind of a little sloppy with that push out. And then Froyo, you know, once they got their players back up, were able to flip it back over one more time.
Good breakdown there, eXtine. I've got some numbers for you to crunch. How many frags does Bear have?
I'm gonna go with 3.
0. That was the first stat I saw. I was like, wait, why is this guy have 0 frags? But what threw me off was Bear actually has less points than Happy Cool, who has 10 frags, and it's good lead out. Campy also sitting high on the damage, 312 DPM. Combating against Badonsky's 330, but leading the frags is Marmalou with a clean 11 and 8, doing good for himself.
Yeah, Marmalou's been flying around. He's so dangerous. I mean, when he was on Rewind, the regular Froyo roster for Rewind 2, his roamer plays were super crucial. He's showing that again here tonight.
Sorry for that log breakdown without the graphics. Hope that you guys got enough of a taste of what was happening. That was the breakdown. That was the most damage, most frags, etc.
Yeah, we'll get back to it after this next half if there's some more interesting stats to point out, which I'm sure there will. Right now, Feint kind of tucking Yite away, going for this really late bomb. Once FROYOBLACK already rotated, he's not even bombing in yet, lest they hear him. Finally finding Shade and gets a nice 2-rocket clean kill on him, but Baradactyl is out of the mid. Nope, gonna suicide.
Feels bad, man. Gun.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yite staying back so long, but his team not able to soak up that pressure from FROYOBLACK. And he gets a kill on Shade. That's just gonna help him defend last, and that's not really gonna help you win the game.
And right away, Feint very meagerly tiptoeing into the dangerous waters that are outside their own spawn right now. Getting some ground here. We do see Deathy initiates, stops the cap in its tracks, but a follow bomb from Marmalou is going to get some pressure onto this point. Open up some doors here. Garbuglio very low, getting fade away rocketed. Good old Deathy. Yite going to get cleaned up here by Badonsky, though, who's going to get cleaned out. Overextends for his life, and then a little mini air shot there from Campy to take down Corsa. We're going to be seeing FROYOBLACK in full retreat here. Nothing doing. This is a good turnaround, and Marmalou tries to make something happen. Cleaned up in Cafe.
Yeah, that seemed like really solid team play from Feint. Just, you know, concentrating their damage. I was just seeing players getting popped up in the air and then finished off by other players. We'll see if they can keep it up. They do have to watch out for Yomps on the sniper here. Really our first significant mid-game off class of the game. And Sniper is a pretty solid option on this map. They've popped the Uber Charger early, maybe slightly because of the Sniper. Yomps has gotten killed, and we do have a scout kind of on the side. Sandblast going for a flank here. Gets past the soldier. The soldier was trying to cut him off, but he actually snuck in right underneath him.
Yeah, quick turnaround. Feint now in control of the second point. Uber's much more in FROYOBLACK favor right now. Sorry, I'm thinking about your great cooking eXtine.
Right.
It's on the tip of my tongue. But right now, Shade going balls deep with Corsa. Not even popping. Nice. Finally gets it in. Campy going to be making the escape, but gets juggled. A chase comes in from Marmalou, takes him down.
Wow.
Campy cleaned up. Feint, desperate in this cafe right now for their life. Corsa so low on health, gets arrowed to safety and is ready to get back into the fray. Sandbox going to be retreating now with Bear in tow. Can they make the escape before they're getting cut off? Oh, Corsa does get cleaned up here. Going to be meeting up with the rest of the respawners. Definitely going to get another wave in. And now they might even continue to contest this point.
Yeah, this actually could work out for Feint. FROYOBLACK has to be careful here. Oh! Wow, Sandblast did get hit by that arrow, so that was fantastic. I think he would have cratered if he missed that. So, big save there on Sandblast, and Feint just definitely feeling themselves right now, feeling this momentum. They have an overcharge. They know that their difference is pretty good. Marmalou comes bombing in. They have to use it. Yite on the shutter, keeping FROYOBLACK at bay. Garbuglio also sort of poking. They're going to capture the Spire, and they're already sending players forward here as well, feeling very confident about this with Yomps and Marmalou down. Players on the point now for Feint Gaming. And right now the defense coming in from FROYOBLACK. 3 players here, but Feint has got some really strong numbers. The Ubercharge has been popped though from Shade. They're holding it. Reinforcements coming in. 2 more players. Feint has to fall back. Wow, what an Ubercharge.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about the negatives of that, but Campy was a little more focused on the left side than the point, and that allowed the cap to stay blocked by the soldier that was holding on to it. And if Campy just put a little more focus on the point, potentially, that could have been the frag there, and what earned them the victory.
Yeah, you know, there is a really big mental difference in that goal or that point, that round that takes you within 1. And they're down 3-1 right now. This round is kind of dragged out a little bit. If they can get to 3-2, you know, then Feint Gaming are going to start believing in themselves. Going to say, okay, you know, we just need to focus, play tight as a team, get our frags. Right now they have very, very slim overcharge advantage, just going to disappear here. They were going to push in here. Deathy has gone down. Sandblast gets a kill on Garbuglio on the side. We were getting flipped around. Yite getting a flash of it. Shade very low once the supercharge fades. He's still got a bit to go though. They're trying to get around the choke here. And Yomps does get out of it. The demo man Podonsky as well. Corsa down low. Corsa getting well, actually now shoved away from the other choke. Yite backing out of that cafe. And Feint will set up shop on the second point here.
Yeah, the elite maneuvers will be the death of you. You know, those tiny, 10% advantages don't usually pan out very well. And Feint going to be paying for that mistake. Not necessarily a mistake, you know, but they're gonna be trying to rectify it here on their defense. Aggression coming out from Corsa, who's trying to clear out the way. Might get caught out here. Really desperate. Calls it out for Garbuglio. The real target is gonna be Bear, swiveling on his chair in real life too, I imagine, with all that strafing. Finally manages to get out of the sight lines. Gonna be pushing in here with that 1-man advantage.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. This is a nice push from Valley. There's no real players hiding too much from them. Yomps has gone down. Ubercharge has come out first for FROYOBLACK. Sandblast now just running right behind Shade, just right on his heels, literally. Yite goes down there, but they do get the kill on Shade. The health pack in the Valley has been taken up. Marmalou just left there, the only player for FROYOBLACK. Now he pulls back as well, so they're just going to set up on second. 5 seconds till Shade comes up, though. So Bear and company pushing through Cafe. Taylor poking through Choke.
Garbuglio going to have to make a full retreat with the rest of the squad. Podonsky's got some sticky set up precariously around the lighthouse. Does not work out. Initiation comes in from Marmalou and Corsa. They're getting so much pressure.
Oh, man.
Oh, Bear. What was that percentage at? How close was he?
I don't think he had that big of an advantage. I didn't quite see that exactly, but just super nasty. Podonsky killing Sailor first, and then just follow up. Corsa, more damage from Podonsky. Podonsky puts out so much damage.
When the forward spawn, They are going to be able to pull all their players out. Thankfully, that could have been disastrous if they got locked in there. Going to have to pull out some Pyro Air Blast just to clear the stickies and all that. But no, we do see Faint Gaming now sitting comfortably, more or less. As comfortable as you can be on their second right now, but the push is coming out from FROYOBLACK at any moment.
Yeah, it's also one of those things that any pressure they might, feel, put on themselves for this match to start off the season right. They're up 3-1 as the seconds go by in the second half. They know that Faint Gaming is just going to have less and less time to stage a comeback. So anytime there's like a 50-50 engagement that just kind of slows things down, they're cool with it. Of course, they just want to finish this game off, go back to relaxing, whatever they have planned for the night. Of course, they're getting the Uber charge. Gets right in front of Yite, who actually is fairly away from the point and the spawn, but, just free reign here. Taking their time, and actually, they had free reign and they didn't really get on the point. Corsa, okay, I wasn't sure. He was hiding in the corner. I wasn't really sure if they had an eye on him, but they took care of him pretty quickly there.
Yeah, he's a real sneaky boy, sneaky snake, and he'll make his way if you're not paying attention. Faint Gaming now clearing the way for a push out. Gonna be a little difficult though with the stickies from Badonsky keeping a tight rein on the battlements, the shutter. Not really a lot of openings to work with, so Faint are gonna have to back out here, go back into defense mode. But they do have. No, I thought I saw it. Phelps was gonna be up on the sniper, but now he's on NG, and Garbuglio picked up Campy. So
yeah,
disastrous. Yeah,
no Devilman really makes holding things tough. They've also lost Yite here. Do have the sentry gun up, but no medic either. Sandglass holding on the side. He gets gunned down. Happy Cool switched off engineer. He is out here. Going to just get blasted away from the point, and FROYOBLACK easily controlling it to take us to 4-1.
There's a ticking. The round gap gets bigger. 21 minutes to go. We're going to be seeing how Faint Gaming is going to respond to this. They've shown they can take rounds. They can get it to last. Can they take another mid to secure a victory? Campy is going to be initiating here from the valley. Throwing some stickies over to the choke, getting eyes on that cafe. Initiation from Marmaloo, and the soldiers bombing down from FROYOBLACK, raining Hellfire, take down Deathy. Yite can be able to grab a nice little mini air shot, knocking Badonsky into the rocket. But Campy all alone here on the point, and Bear got cleaned up by Marm. Phelps could not save his life. Of course, keeping up the aggression here on the second point, while mid is already finishing up its cap. FROYOBLACK taking immediate control of this round.
We have alert our control point.
Yeah. Faint's tried to adjust during mids. I think most notably they're running Zayler in the valley, but you pointed out at the beginning of that fight, it still just didn't really seem like he was going to be effective. Bear also took a fat rocket fairly early, and was just sitting there at the entrance to Valley, or the exit, I guess, just being like, should I go in? Should I back up to health? I don't know. And that's always really tough to play with.
Right away, the Uber comes in.
Yeah, thanks. Looks like it's going to be another strong one. Faint pushed all the way back. They do have a Pyro coming out here trying to air blast people. FROYOBLACK just needs to touch it one more time. Oh, and there we go. Marmaloo from behind gets the Pyro and able to get the capture for the GGs.
Clean and simple. That's all it takes. Having a full Uber advantage, getting players all the ground you need, and then focusing cap time. That's the recipe here from eXtine, the chef master himself, on how to cap last successfully in Invite.
Yeah, players on the point, right? Step one. And, Faint definitely, when they were pushing last, they definitely did a good job of that. In some ways, FROYOBLACK, their strategy to do that they didn't necessarily need that strategy because they were just blowing up frags. They were just kind of getting a lot of those captures as well on the back of really strong Ubers. So just getting a lot of kills off of Corsa and combined damage with Badonsky and others. I got the stats pulled up. It actually looks like the damage from FROYOBLACK was fairly well distributed, with 3 players over 300. I say 3 players over 300. Garbuglio at 299. Sorry, it didn't make the cut. But
for shame.
Yeah. And the highest is really only Badonsky with 325. So the damage very well evenly distributed. Corsa doing cleanup work though with 25 frags, while Marmalou and Garbuglio around 20 and 19. So I think anybody who's seen a lot of Badonsky games shouldn't really be too surprised by that he's spit out a ton of damage, but maybe not gotten all of the frags himself. And maybe Faint Gaming can take something from that stat either the next time that they play against FROYOBLACK or just as a game plan, their second match of the week on Sunshine, or just against Demo Men in the future as the season rolls forward.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, Ro, you have any more thoughts on this match? Anything you want to say?
I think we saw a very. I want to speak to Faint Gaming real quick. This was a very early match for us to see what we would consider titans in the invite. Contenders for the top 4, and we saw a good deal of FROYOBLACK, which is important. We want to know what Shade's bringing to the season in regards to dethroning FROYOTech.
Yeah.
But we also got to see that Faint Gaming is still in contention. They had those opportunities where they could have gotten that last cap if some coordination went a little differently. Maybe the next mid, the momentum carries itself. It's 3-2. A lot of things can go differently depending on the setting. And Sunshine is just one of those maps where you never know how it's going to go. Especially because I'm pretty sure this season it's still a vote decider on how you pick your maps, right? It's not like we're playing 2 matches of Sunshine this week, and then how does that go? Are we voting for maps?
That is my understanding, because I believe that that is my understanding. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I'm not clear about it.
Someone in chat's going to correct me, so it all works out.
Yeah.
But either way, in any setting, in any case, we saw a good exhibit of Faint Gaming and FROYOBLACK coming in here, showing us what they got on a map it's been around. It's gotten some testing and solidifying, but it's not as vested as Granary and Goalie and Process, right?
Yeah, it's still a very tough one where your team strategy might not be completely dialed in. You still might be ironing some things out. And Gaming definitely shouldn't be too rough on themselves. Sunshine, a fast-moving map as well, where just one small mistake and all of a sudden you're back at your last, and then last can just kind of easily fall apart with one person dying and all these different ways that people can get at you or just utilize their Ubercharge advantage. So very difficult map, very difficult matchup, and just getting started with season 29. So Faint Gaming definitely got plenty to work on. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of them though, just in the ESEA season and in other events that might be coming up. FROYOBLACK, definitely exciting stuff from them. I'm looking forward to seeing them match up, against quote unquote regular FROYOTech, as well as some of the other top teams in this division. And I think we are going to get a match on Thursday. There's no post on the teamfortress.tv forums, and Console is still asking around behind the scenes a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly what it might be, but just stay tuned to teamfortress.tv for more information about that. I would say expect the cast 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. But of course, hit that follow button and make sure to tune in for the next time that this channel is live. Any final words from you, Ro? Shout outs, etc., etc.
You nailed it perfectly, eXtine. You did the perfect rundown there. Let's just end on a high note,
All right, sounds good to me. Well, final shout out to our cameraman, Louster200. Thanks for doing your worst. Oh gosh, god damn it. It's been a long night. Shout out to Louster200. Did an excellent job on the camera, and appreciate it so much. And of course, shout out to you guys for tuning in. We hope to see you guys next time. That's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.